Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show, and we head into our final segment of the day, and we're going to talk about the Eddy County DWI Task Force.
Yes.
How are you doing this morning, Nancy?
I'm doing great.
Good.
And I hope everybody else is too.
Well, I think so. They should.
Yes.
Sometimes I have to say it. Turn off the news.
You turn off the news. Absolutely. Skip the post on Facebook that upsets you and just move on. Just go on and find a reason to be happy.
Yeah. Apparently, there's some research that indicates some of the algorithms, I think, used by Facebook. The computers are constantly analyzing everything you look at, how long you look at it, if you click on it, if you react or whatever. And so being the good people that they are, they want to give you more of what you spend time with and react to. Well, for a lot of people, they spend a lot of time with and reacting to things that make them angry.
Yes.
And so guess what Facebook servers will then serve you more of? Things that make you angry. And so first step, when you get on Facebook, just look at puppies, cats, little kids, babies, happy things, and then maybe that you'll get, and then when you react to anything, thumbs up, love it, laugh.
Yes.
And then maybe you'll fool the algorithms into thinking you're a happy person, and then you will only see happy things.
We have more control of this than we're giving ourselves credit for.
That's right.
We have more control of ourselves if we will just use it. I don't go to Walmart. My daughter does all my shopping for me, which is just great. I just don't do Walmart. I don't do stores. I don't shop. I'm just, anyway, I had to go the other night.
Okay.
And in the process of going, I ran into people I haven't seen in years. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. And I got up to the checkout. As you're very fortunate to have a checkout. And
you mean with a person?
With a real person, because I don't do the other. I
love the other, but
I just don't. Anyway, that's me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm standing in line, and there's someone up in the front that apparently had decided to redecorate her entire Christmas tree all at one time, and one ball out of her cart at a time was good. And I'm sitting there getting frustrated.
Oh no!
And I thought, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah, why are you upset?
Why are you upset?
Yeah.
She has as much right to be there buying what she's buying as I have to buy my 2 or 3 little items in my cart. So I moved my attention from her to the checkout lady.
Okay.
And I'm watching her as she is very mechanical, very good at what she was doing, and she's going through and she was just being very, very serious. So they checked out, and then the people behind them checked out, and it happened to be someone that had bought some alcohol, and she was underage. So I'm standing there thinking, okay,
you're gonna see if the system works, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna check all this out, and still watching this lady. And I got up there, and it was like she checked me out so fast. What happened? And then I thought, wait a minute, Nancy. You have a moment here, just like all of us do, to say something nice to the checker. All this stuff is not her fault. She has a job, and she's doing her job. So I just simply asked her, I said, has anybody told you today what a magnificent checker you are? And I got this awesome smile and then these tears. And she said, nobody's ever said that to me. And it changed my whole look on everything, and I know it did hers. And I walked out of there, and all I could think of was, it doesn't take that much to be nice.
Yep.
It just doesn't. And you can, when you're being nice to someone else and are helpful or whatever, and you walk away, you feel better, but what have you done for them? And so I'm coming in this morning, and I've been trying to think what I was going to do when I got here. And I thought, well, you know what is this month? What does it represent?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Giving thanks.
Giving thanks. Are we supposed to wait till Thanksgiving Day to give thanks for something? Or can we start day one? What is today? The 3rd or 4th or whatever it is?
It's the 2nd.
It's the 2nd. Why? I don't even know what day it is.
It's election day, too.
Oh,
so-
it's election day. Anyway, I'm thinking, why don't we start today?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we don't have to wait till Thanksgiving Day. Why don't we start today just thinking about the different things in this crazy world where it's easier to see something that's wrong than it is something that's we can be truly, honestly thankful for. I'm thinking, well, I'm thankful for this car I'm driving in, and it's a good car, and it's not going to leave me beside the road, I hope. And as I thought about it, I thought, we can all do this and change the whole perspective and the whole outlook on our day. We may have a boss that just irritates us to no end or whatever.
Don't ask my people about
But
that.
okay. Let's see. Who else can we use as an example?
No, that's fine. No, you're exactly right, though, because as a checker, you're trying to do your best,
Yes.
and then you get the irritating customers that are not appreciating the situation everybody's going into. We're always in a hurry.
Yes.
We're always in a hurry. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I can't wait for this. I don't have time for this. Well, that's not their fault. That's
it's
your
not.
fault,
It's not their fault. It is, you're right. You're so right. It's our fault if we have waited till the last minute to do something, which of course I did that particular night. But anyway, that's beside the point. We need to learn to plan better if that is, or are we really that busy that we have to be rude to someone or get ourselves so frustrated? And really, if we stop and look at ourselves, it's ourselves being frustrated with ourselves for something that we did or we caused, but we don't want to blame ourselves. We want to blame everybody around us. But coming back to Thanksgiving, and as far as what I'm supposed to be talking about today, we all know that families get together. And usually there's wine served or alcohol or something served. And we have a habit of thinking that DWI is after a big party or somebody that's just left the bar or all of these things. Well, Thanksgiving is a time when a lot of people are killed on the roads because of drunk drivers.
Yep.
An enormous amount of people. So where does the alcohol come from? Where did they get it from? What was going on prior to them getting out on the road driving and taking their families home? So I'd just like to encourage people this morning to really pay attention to what you're doing. Zero alcohol if you're going to be driving. It's another time when, here, honey, you take the keys. I want to have a glass of wine, or I want to have a beer, or whatever it is. You take the keys. Do that in the first place instead of waiting until you're not really thinking straight, not even giving it a second thought, and you get in your car and you drive. You run into somebody, you kill another family, you kill your own family. That's preventable. Especially, it might not have been too preventable for the person that you hit because you've been drinking. But if you live through it, you've got to live it for the rest of your life. And Thanksgiving isn't part of that program.
No, we have Thanksgiving celebrations, and of course, football gets tied into a lot of those, and football seems to be popular, so you have a lot of people gathering together for football. You had a lot of people that gathered together for Halloween this past weekend. And
Certainly was.
And then you've got Christmas and then New Year's coming up, which is another time that this is an example. So if you're planning these events, now's the time to put all these other things in place, making sure people don't drive that have been drinking, having designated drivers available if alcohol is going to be a part of the party, making sure that alcohol is not out and available for underage drinkers, whether it's a family gathering or one of these types of celebrations.
And that's just another place. We do have control of this. Each one of us, each family member, we have some control over that person getting in a vehicle. But I don't think very many people even stop to think about it.
Right.
They're having a good time. They're with their family members. Or generally, you eat too much. You're sleepy. You're tired, and then you add alcohol to that, or marijuana, which people are allowed to smoke. Or I don't even know what's going on with that deal. But
Yeah.
Take it easy. Let's slow down. Let's all get home alive, and stop and think about who else is going to be on the road. Stop and think about your 2-year-old daughter sitting in the back seat. Stop and think about those things before you pick up that drink without making a plan. It's vital to not only your family, but other families. And I think I've said that 3 or 4 times in different ways, but it just really hit me coming in this morning at how this doesn't have to happen. This doesn't have to be the deadliest time of the year. We can have some control over this. All of us do. Maybe not the person that gets hit. They're just going home. But if you're drinking, stop and think and give the rest of the world a chance to live. It's important.
And spread a little kindness.
Spread a lot of kindness.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's so easy just to tell the clerk. I mean, like I said, I was kind of frustrated and had no intentions of that until all of a sudden I realized, wait a minute, back up here. I have that moment. And now I can cherish that moment, because walking out of there knowing that
You made someone's day.
I made someone's day.
Yeah.
And there's not a person here that's within the sound of my voice that can't do the same thing.
Yep.
Put your frustrations aside. And I was thankful that there was a checker there.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to do all the rest of that stuff. And I don't want to do all the rest of that stuff.
Yeah.
And my daughter was not feeling good, or I probably wouldn't have even been there. But one of the people that I happened to run into was someone that we had been talking about the night before at a family dinner. And my son brought this person up. He says, has anybody heard from him or know what happened to him?
And you run into them.
And I said, I haven't seen or heard from him in 10 years. And my son said, oh, well, me neither. So we went on about our business. And then I run into him in the store.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh my goodness.
Yep.
This is just too awesome. So I think I'll be in before Thanksgiving, but everybody please stop and think before you drink.
Nancy,
make a plan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in.
Right.
And that's a great story. So let's see if we can get some more folks to spread some cheer.
And then let us know.
That's right. Oh, that'd
Call
be great.
into the station and say, hey, this is what happened, so that we can get the word out there that we're not the only ones that are thinking about it.
That'd be great to do. All right, that's going to wrap up the show for today. Thank you so much for being a part of it, and we'll be back.